Here is my second attempt at my filmed final exam. I wanted to redo it because the first one was a little while ago and I learned a few things since then, so I had to repeat. My baby is here today because she decided to not sleep in her normal nap schedule, and if I'm gonna be a mom first and do yoga, then sometimes there's gotta be a baby. Okay, so the first part of this exam is ujjayi breathing up close. So I'm going to be doing a few breaths, sitting here comfortably, doing ujjayi. Next, I'm going to be doing Tadasana or mountain pose. I'm just going to stand here facing the front of my mat. Inhaling, ujjayi arms overhead. Exhaling, hands heart center. Standing, or paying attention to positioning first is what I should have done. Feet hips width apart, standing in the middle or the top of your mat, hands down by your sides, shoulders down and back is the basis for this pose. Inhaling deeply and completely, exhaling, hands heart center. We'll do a few more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhaling, and exhale. And now I'm going to be now I'm going to be doing Cobra pose or Bhujangasana. So I'm going to actually face this way, I think is going to be better. Laying with my body down onto the mat, with my toes flipped under, my hands are under my shoulders, I'm looking down, my spine is aligned. We're going to do dynamic and static breathing here. For dynamic first, we're going to inhale, lifting up, pressing through the palms and through the hips into the ground, toes remaining tucked under. Exhaling, coming back down to the mat. Inhaling, pushing up through the palms, shoulders remaining down and back, looking up or straight ahead. Exhaling, back down to the mat. Third and final inhale. We're going to hold this here now for 3 breaths. Keeping your elbows tucked into your body. Pressing through the pelvis, pushing up a little bit deeper. Final exhale, coming back down. So that was Cobra pose. Sorry for the baby noise interference. Now I'm going to be explaining ujjayi breathing and Hatha yoga, breath-based Hatha yoga. So, breath-based Hatha yoga, Hatha yoga, Ha means sun and Tha means moon. Yoga is unity, so it's focusing on the duality and unifying aspect of duality. Breath-based practice means that your breath is the center of the practice and your asana movements revolve around the breath. So the breath is the center and that's what we focus on. We are inhaling from above for strength, or inhaling from above for receptivity, and exhaling from below for strength. So you're combining and balancing receptivity and strength through your breath. We are using ujjayi breathing in Hatha yoga to be the center of our practice. Ujjayi breathing is a traditional style of breathing in yoga practice through the nose, and using a constriction in the back of the throat. So when you inhale, you are lengthening your breath through inhale and exhale through ujjayi. Inhale. You can hear a sound with that constriction. It's also known as ocean breathing. And exhaling, you're also constricting your throat, and you hear that noise continue as well. It is a way to balance out your inhale and exhale. Focus on the moments in between inhale and exhale because you're able to slow down your breathing that way, and reflect on your breathing during your practice. Your movements fit within that same breath that you have, so you maintain the same breath, and your movements, if it's a more complex movement, then your breathing will remain the same, but the movement may be faster because you're fitting it within the same breath. If it is a simpler pose or posture, then you can do the dynamic version of that, or maybe hold the pose for a bit longer because you're using the same breath, and that will be, and your practice there might be a bit slower. So in that way, our practice is utilizing our breath to be the basis. So that's ujjayi breathing and Hatha yoga. And for the final part of this exam, I'm going to be running through 2 sets of sun salutations. She still seems entertained over there, so I'm going to start at the top of my mat with my hips, hips width distance apart, hands down by my sides. I'm going to be inhaling with my arms up overhead and exhaling, palms to heart. I always like to start palms to heart center. This is Tadasana to start, and then inhaling. We're going to now move into forward fold, but in this aspect of forward fold, our hands will be next to our feet. We are bending at the waist, and so our knees can remain bent. The next inhale, we're going to start with our left leg back into low lunge. Our knee will touch the ground. Our right knee is over our right ankle, looking forward, straight ahead, shoulders down and back, and lifting the chin up. Exhale, we're going to place our palms down on the mat, and both feet will reach each other behind us in downward facing dog. We're going to be bending at the waist again, so bending at the hips, strengthening the spine so our knees can remain bent. Now we're going to hold our breath in static and come down onto our mat in Ashtanga, or 8 limbs on the mat at once. So we're going to start with our hips raised, our knees come onto the mat, our toes, our chest, and our hands. We're going to push up now into Cobra pose with our palms face down, pushing through our palms, pushing through the pelvis. Exhale, we're going to go back into downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to extend our left leg forward into low lunge again. Our left knee is over our left ankle, our right knee is on the floor. Exhale, feet come together, forward fold, with our hands next to our feet in proper alignment. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, hands heart center. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bending at the waist. Inhaling, right leg back this time, looking up, low lunge. Our left knee is over our left ankle, shoulders down and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bending at the waist. No need to push heels onto the mat. Lowering ourselves down to the mat slowly with static breathing for our next inhale up into Cobra. Keeping our elbows tucked in towards the body and bent. Exhale, we're going to come into downward facing dog. Inhaling our right leg forward, low lunge, look up, shoulders down and back, right knee over the right ankle. Exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands heart center. I'm going to run through that one more time, focusing less on alignment and more on the breath. Exhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Static breathing. Hold. Safely coming down onto the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands are center. Static hold. Come slowly onto the mat to protect your knees. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, low lunge, right leg forward. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, so my baby needs me, and that completes my final exam.